Okay, perfect. Good evening, everyone. We'll probably be around for a couple hours, see what comes up. This will be a little bit different from last time. We'll be doing EMS. I gotta run over and grab my vehicle real quick. There's only about 4 other people in the city right now, so probably won't be too busy. Hopefully it won't be. Depending on who's awake, that'll really determine if I'm going to be super busy or not. So, and we'll do the pickup. Actually, I'm not huge fan of the pickup. It doesn't get a good top speed like the others, so that's my only issue with it. I think it's the Dodge. Yeah, it's the Dodge. Yeah, it up and goes, which is what you want when you're, responding to park it, and then yeah, just wait for calls. I might do a little patrol, but depend on who's around. I already have some frequent flyers that just find any reason to get hit or just do nonsense. I already had to put out a PSA about not running into traffic because, it's one of those things that should go without saying, but, you get people who just don't get that. So, actually, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and give these guys a call and ask about a frequent flyer. So.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Martin. This is Paramedic Ramirez with the EMS. I just had a quick question for you. Is Miss Anastasia gonna be waking back up in the city tonight, or is she gonna be out for the evening?
She is awake currently. I don't know where she currently is.
Okay, no, I just was double checking for my own knowledge, if you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I'm likely gonna probably see her again tonight, based on our conversation from earlier before the storm. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if she runs out into traffic again, just call me and I'll head out that way. So,
Will do.
all right, thank you. You have a good night.
Welcome. You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Miss Anastasia is a frequent flyer with the EMS. So I figured I'd call and just make sure she's gonna be around, because we're likely gonna get some calls from her. So yeah, that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. Unfortunately, some people it takes them try after try until they learn. But it's all good. Keep me busy. Have an eventful night. I don't think I have anything going on. I had a couple things. I had a gentleman out in the county who got ejected from their vehicle, so that took me a little bit to get out to. So that's why I like this. I like this wide body, just because it does get up and go. So when I need to get out there, I'm not having to. And then Miss Anastasia, she got ran over by a motor vehicle, and she had some velocity wounds. I can only assume how that happened. So yeah, I don't even know why I'm talking. So likely, I'll be seeing her again tonight. We'll see. Yeah, it's not a super busy night, but then again, that's how midweeks go. You don't get a ton of people out and about. Usually, it ends up being, your usual folks that fly in. I've noticed it has gotten quite a bit quieter the last week or so in the city, which I'm not sure if that's good, bad thing. Sometimes people have lives outside the city, so it is what it is. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna do a walk around the hospital until I get a call. Which with Miss Anastasia, we'll probably get a call. We'll probably get another call tonight. So, but yeah, we'll just do a walk around. I think this will take us to the roof, which I don't really want to go all the way up there. Should be an employee break room. I think those are VIP rooms. I'm gonna go. Oh, director. Yep. Okay. No, I know where I am. Yep, that's the staff room. Um. Yep. Lounge, desks, meeting. Yeah. Sit down in the chairs. So yeah, it's pretty much the hospital. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think anyone really goes up here that often. I think I started on the EMS. I mean, I'll have to wait and see. Usually I'm pretty active. I did have one other last night, so that was good. I mean, not a lot was going on though, so it's just kind of what it is. Oh. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're just waiting. Like I said, where it's a quiet night like this, we probably won't get many calls, but it just depends. I know a few of them have bikes, and a few of them tend to not be the best drivers, so likely we'll probably get something. So, yeah, and for the most part, this game, a lot of it is just sitting and waiting. That's really what it comes down to, especially when it's not super busy like this. It's a lot of sitting and waiting. I don't really see the point in going out on patrols just because most of the time I'll get a ping anyway, and usually where the hospital is located in the city, it's more. I mean, it's more on the southern side, but for the most part, it's kind of in the center. I mean, because likely most of the player activity is going to be around here, up through here, and I think the farthest is probably going to be right around here. So unless it's something in the county, it's mostly just going to be in the city, which isn't a huge deal. But yeah, we'll see. And who knows, I might. Well, I'll see how it goes. I mean, if it's a super boring night, I'll probably end stream early, just because there's no point in watching me just walk around and yammer about nonsense all the time. So I probably should set my radio. Actually, I'm gonna do that real quick when I'm thinking about it. Just set BCSO. That way I'm on there. I doubt any cops or any other EMS going to be awake tonight. I really doubt it. Usually, if they're not awake before storm, it's likely that they're not going to be awake after storm. So it'll probably just be me tonight on EMS, which is fine. That's how it's been the last couple of nights, which is fine. It gives me something to do, and usually the folks that are in the gang, usually they're grinding or bored or whatever. So it gives me and them something to do. Just pass the time. But yeah, if nothing else happening, I'll probably end it early just because there's no point in me just sitting around, yammering about odds and ends. And I don't think there's any reason for me to go anywhere off the top of my head. So I'll go and tell a couple stories. So I had a patient yesterday. Yeah, well, there's not really a ton of great ones. I think probably the one earlier where I had to go to the county where they got ejected. Yeah, it was pretty rough. I did have two patients that were ejected from their vehicle. I think it was a seatbelt malfunction. I mean, whether it really was or not, I mean, it's up for debate, but I mean, it's just what it is. I don't really have any ground to argue with them, and in the circumstances, it makes you wonder sometimes. You know, I mean, like, are they really getting ejected, or is it really seatbelt malfunction? Do they just not want to wear their seatbelt? You know, I mean, it's that sort of thing that's just like, you know, it makes you raise an eyebrow, and you're just like, really, really. You know, and I've had them at a couple that ran out into traffic, jump off an overpass, that sort of thing. That I'm just like, come on, guys, like, you know, common sense stuff that you know you should know, but they're just doing it anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I can tell them all I want to just not run. You know, not run off an overpass. You know, into oncoming traffic. I mean, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully, we get a call soon. We'll see. Like I said, I'll probably do it for about an hour. If I don't get a call for about an hour, then I will probably end it early, since I said it's pretty. It can be pretty boring on nights like this where there isn't on weeknights. I think tomorrow night might be a little busier because it's a Friday. Saturday nights are usually pretty busy, but that's because it's also the weekend. So usually the busy will be a little bit, or the city will be a little bit busier, but we'll see. Check the dispatch. So like I said, it was about around yeah, I think it was around about, because Harmony is the stretch buildings here, so yeah, it curves, and then it's this junction right around here. Right around here is where I picked him up, and I had to transport him all the way back. And the other one I had that ran out into traffic, that was right about, actually I think it was right around, yeah, it was right here, right outside the burger shop. So yep. Yeah, I mean, not bad calls. I mean, definitely definitely keeps me busy. That's for sure. You know. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I'll give it about an hour where one of my frequent flyers is in, and we'll probably get a call here and there. You know, them doing dumb stuff. So I'll give it another 5 minutes, and if I don't get any calls, I'll do a small patrol. Probably stay in the city because I don't, just in case they. Bring them over. So, but yeah, probably at this point in the night, we'll see if we don't get any calls. You know, we will see. What the? You know what? At this point, I'm just not going to question it. I'm gonna cut my mic audio first a little bit. My dogs are losing their mind, so